Hello and welcome to Open, the show that opens the Bronx and the rest of the world to you. I'm your host, Gary Axelbank, filling in for Darren Jaime. And today we'll update you on what's happening in and around our borough. Coming up on today's show, we'll give you an update on what's been going on in the Bronx. Plus, Donald Trump threatens to destroy North Korea in his UN speech, and Republicans set to repeal Obamacare once again. And the investigation of Trump's former campaign manager continues. We'll discuss more today with our political commentator. After that, we'll hear from the River Spring Health Organization, and we'll find out how they go about helping the elderly through their many wonderful programs. And then we'll sit down with the CEO of the Foresight Collective to discuss the organization's mission to empower youth so that they can have successful futures. All this and much more is headed your way because now we are officially open. Hey there, I'm your host, Gary Axelbank, filling in for Darren Jaime, and today is Wednesday, September 20th. You are watching Open, a live program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. We want to encourage you to stay connected to us. You can find us on Twitter at BronxNet TV and Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. Well, a lot has been going on over this busy week, and we'll catch you up with some Bronx updates. Before we get you started with some local news, we'll start with some international news. Yesterday, a devastating 7.1 earthquake struck central Mexico, damaging buildings and killing at least 216 people. Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto stated to the Mexican people the earthquake was a national emergency and has advised people to stay calm in the midst of this disaster. Currently, Mexico City's airport suspended all flights, and all flights into Mexico City have been rerouted to other cities. The earthquake comes as the anniversary of the 1985 earthquake that killed 9,500 Mexicans. And as things happen, we will keep you updated with the latest news coming out of Mexico. Mayor Bill de Blasio has announced a plan to cut what is said to be the largest cause of greenhouse gases in New York City. The plan would require owners of buildings larger than 23,000 square feet to make them more energy efficient. The plan would affect 23,000 buildings in the city and call for strict standards in place by 2030, all in the name of fighting global warming. If passed by the city council, according to the mayor, nearly a quarter of the city's greenhouse emissions will be curtailed. The mayor said, "We are fighting this crisis like our lives depend on it," because in fact they do. Also, the mayor has vowed to work with Albany to ensure protections for residents of affordable housing in a way that landlords will benefit financially, which will help them keep rent stable. In other news, Toys R Us, one of the largest toy stores in the world, has filed for bankruptcy. The company is seeking its way out of $5.5 billion in debt due to years of being acquired by KKR, Bain Capital, and Vornado Realty Trust, and what was a $6.6 billion leveraged buyout in 2005. According to Forbes, over the past few years, the retailer has been in tough competition with companies like Walmart and Amazon, which offer the same toys but for cheaper prices. The company says the bankruptcy is a way to work with financial creditors so they can get back on their feet. In the meantime, 16,000 Toys R Us and Babies R Us stores will remain open as the holiday season approaches. The MTA will be adding bike racks to the BS23 and Q50 bus lines. The new racks are part of a pilot program, Bike and Ride, that launched in 2015. The purpose of the program is to give cyclists an opportunity to reach destinations they would have access to on a bike. The new racks will give commuters the option to cross the Whitestone Bridge along a bus route running from Flushing, Queens to Co-op City in the Bronx. The racks, that are called 10-second brackets by Sportswork, will hold 2 bikes at a time and will be placed on the front bumper of the bus. They are expected to be installed in the spring. Elected officials in the Bronx have signed a letter to Amazon's CEO Jeff Bezos, pitching many reasons why the Bronx is the best place for its next headquarters. The Bronx Borough President mentioned the advantages of being 6 miles from LaGuardia, 20 minutes from Kennedy Airport, and just a train ride from Manhattan, while other politicians boasted about the Bronx's cultural pride. This comes just as Amazon announced that it was seeking a site for its second headquarters and issued a nationwide request for proposal. In other local news, Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. and Speaker Melissa Mark Viverito announced a $500,000 allocation toward the expansion of the Pergonis Theater. Reporter Arlene Makoko has the story.